Hey guys, Matt Mrozik, aka MVM3897 again, with my second shading tutorial. Yesterday I posted my first one, which basically explained my technique, and I had showed you my yellow parts that I shaded, and then I also showed you how I did my orange pieces, explaining the technique and also showing you the technique. And as promised, I wanted to post a video of doing the white, which is actually a very pale purple. So the colors I use for that is simply Mr. Color number 1, gloss white. Pretty simple. And then I added a few drops of Mr. Color 67 purple, which gives me this very kind of palish. You may not be able to even tell in the camera. It's pretty subtle. But when I paint it, you can tell there, it's just got a little bit of purple to it. I did that because I thought the pale purple would look nice against the yellow and the orange. Some nice contrasting complementary colors. So what I'm going to show you tonight is using that same technique, but more on rounded parts. And simply because flat parts are pretty simple. You have flat sides and the shapes are defined for you. On some of the rounded armor parts, you can actually enhance or create shapes to make your piece give more dimension. This is pretty, I mean, I did this one already. This is the cone to the GN drive. And as you can see, hopefully you can see the shading there. Let me zoom in a little bit. Basically I went in and just defined each area. So I basically added a highlight here, 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 and here. And then while spinning my piece, I just added a highlight here. And then I turned my piece this way towards my airbrush and I highlighted the tip. And then using that same blending technique, I just faded it all in. So this gives this piece much more definition, and will also help later when you do your panel lines. They'll make a little more sense, so they're just not really stark and sticking out. Sometimes on a clean kit, which I consider clean as no shading, you know, you want that stark panel line look. But on this one, it just kind of helps blend it in a little bit. This is a piece I've already done that kind of gives you an idea what I mean about creating some shape. And I'm going to turn this light on top. The color's going to go wacky because I've got 4 different types of lights, but you can see the shading. So you can see there, I'm going to get this just right in the light, right there. You can see my highlight here and here, a little shadow there. And if I get this turned just right again, without the reflection, so you got my highlight here again. I put a highlight right there. Same on this side, and then again just blending it all in, I kind of get this. So before I run out of time, because I can only do 15 minutes at a time, I thought a good piece to demonstrate this on is this piece right here. And so it's fairly rounded. There's really no defined shapes as far as there's no flat surfaces. So in order to make it your own or create a highlight or create some shapes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enhance the shape of this piece. I'm going to put a highlight right here. I'll put a highlight right here, bringing the highlight around the edge here a little bit. I'll put a highlight right here and right there, and then I'll blend it all in. So let's go do that, see what it looks like. Same technique as yesterday, just different color, different piece. I'm going to turn the stop light off because it's giving me too much reflection so I can't see my paint. So a little highlight right there. Another one right here. So I'm going to come this way with the paint, and then since it's got the shape right here, I'm going to bring that highlight this way a little bit. Kind of fade it down. Like that. Now I'll add my highlight right here. Again, I'm pretty close, about 2 inches, inch to 2 inches away. Just real little bit of paint coming out, not much. Little one right here. I don't think you see this part of the armor, but I'm going to put one there anyway. just like that. So after the initial shading, this is what you get. See my pretty bright spots there? Right there, and right there. So now I'm just going to do my blending technique and blend it all in. And this white covers really, really well. So this, I've done a few parts and it's been going pretty quick. So where my yellow took a long, long time to do, this white, this shading part will probably only take about an hour or so. And I'm going to do another part for you, a really small part, to show you how to do that. And I'll do the bottom side a little bit. So you get the edges. And there you have it. So right now, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of shading there, but it will dry down and it'll be similar to the pieces I just showed you. Okay. Now for the little itty bitty pieces. So like this guy right here. To be honest, I have no idea what this is. I think it may go to the head. But even though it's this small, I'm going to shade it. So again, keeping all the same settings, I'm going to get really close, very close to the part. And I'm actually going to do it off camera, so I got to be real close to my face. So I know I'm off camera, but I'm holding the piece about, an inch away from my airbrush. And I'm hitting each little facet of the piece. I don't know if you can see that, but so I got some highlights on a little bitty piece, and then I'll just fade it in. Pretty simple. And then that piece is done. Let me do one more for you, just so you can kind of get another idea. So here's a part of the head. This will be interesting to see how this looks with the yellow that I did for the head earlier. So again, I'm going to just create some false shapes. And when I say false shapes, I just mean enhancing the shapes that are there, but just making them more pronounced. So I'll put a highlight on the top here. I'll put a highlight on the sides, and then between each of these little panel lines, I'll put a highlight. So again, just real close to the part. Highlight right there. Highlight on this side. Highlight on the front. Highlight on this side. And there are my highlights. Hopefully you can see that. Kind of see it right there. And hit the bottom side, and then we'll blend it all in. Just like this. And again, pretty simple technique. And that's done. There you go. Let me turn this light off so you can see it better. Zoom in. Again, it's kind of hard to see because it's kind of hard to see. The paint's still wet, but it is highlighted and shaded. And as I mentioned last night, as the paint dries down, it'll get darker. So there you go, shading white. Same technique, different colors. So I'm going to finish that up tonight, and then painting on the GNX is actually done. I will then go ahead and gloss coat all my armor, get it ready for panel lines and decals. And I may do a tutorial on spraying gloss. It's the exact same technique as I do with the black. I'm not going to use Future this time because I'm not coating any parts that can't accept the Mr. Color Clear. But when I do spray Future, I'll show you how to do that because I use a different technique than I think most do. And it works really well. I did it on my blue frame, my Master Grade Astray blue frame, and it turned out super nice. And then As I'd mentioned in my last video or in the description, my next tutorials with the GNX, or some of the tutorials will be photo tutorials, and there's going to be several parts because I need to show you guys how to do it with just everyday lights that you might have around your house. I'm also going to show you using studio strobes, which what I use, and then also some on-camera flashes, which is what I use from the Blue Sinanju. It's only got 2 lights. It's just a matter of knowing where to place them and how to set the power settings. So that's it for tonight. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. And also thanks to everyone who's bought a model kit from me. My wife thanks you. I thank you. And a few more have sold. I've got a few that have shipped internationally, so if you're across the world, don't be afraid to make me an offer. I'm happy to ship it to you, as long as you have PayPal. I shipped one to the Philippines. I got one going to Greece. And then I got another one going maybe to the UK. And then someone bought my 124 Sazabi head, and that's an international shipment too. I just got to pack it up. So thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. See you later.